So we are live right now, and we'll just wait for like a couple of viewers, and let's see. All right. So by the way, Fred, how's like the Bacolod right now?
Things are slowly getting better here. Still some problems with on and off problems with the internet. Um, but other than that, I think it's pretty much back to normal.
Okay,
How are
that's
you
good.
guys in? I know you're not. You guys aren't too far away in San Carlos, right?
Yes, very close.
We're in the
Yeah,
city.
yeah. Is it? How is how are conditions now
I'm
there?
not really
Um,
good.
yeah, really good because the internet is not stable, and we use data, and time to time the internet's like goes on and off, and same with electricity.
Yeah, I
So
was about to ask about the electric.
yeah,
Are some areas still without power?
yeah, some. So not the entire city.
Okay, I think it's maybe they're down to about 10% here from what I read last.
Oh,
Maybe
okay,
10% of the city here is still without power.
okay, that's good.
But
That's good. But I
we
think
have to
10%.
adjust. Right?
I think it's almost like same here. It's in Carlos. Maybe 90% is already up, or 80% is already up.
Right.
So that would be you know a good improvement.
Yes, and thank God, and we hope that we'll be as a nation we'll be better prepared in the future.
Yes, that would be for me. It's like an experience that we can really learn a lot, right?
Right.
So that we need to put in our mind that okay, we should prepare like we should prepare money as well, because as you can see like on the ATM machines, like there are lots of people after
Oh,
the typhoon. So
yeah,
it's a you know it's an
yeah.
experience that you need to put in our mind, and we need to prepare.
Yeah, so we're hoping these next few weeks will get better. The maybe the only other issue now is the new variant, um,
Yes.
Omicron, and what it's doing. Um, I think some of the reports are, especially in Metro Manila and the NCR. I think they raised the alert level to 3
Yeah,
from what
that's
I was reading.
the new problem right now that we need to face. So we should we should be careful at the same time, and we should take care of family, right?
Right, but we're still here, and we're thankful for each day, and that's the most important thing.
Correct. That's the most important thing. Okay, so Smoky Mountain. Good morning, Roger and Esme, and hello, Ben Casey. Yes, how are you doing? So we have a guest, or a special guest for today, and you can introduce yourself to them. Uh, Go ahead. Your
Sure,
background and all.
sure. My name is Fred, and originally I'm from the USA, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. And after that, I also lived in Los Angeles, California for more than 17 years.
Yeah.
But my mom's side of the family is from Bacolod, here in the Philippines, and I had no real plans to come here permanently. I always visited, of course, ever since I was a small boy. I came back and forth to see my relatives, but I found out that my mom was starting to get sick, so seriously sick, and I'm an only child. I have no brothers or sisters, so at the time, I made a decision to come back here to help take care of her, and I was with her for about 2.5 years before she passed away.
Okay, sorry to hear that.
No problem at all. And after that, I had a difficult decision to make, and that is whether to stay here in the Philippines or to return to the States. And ultimately, I decided to stay here because My mom was running several businesses here at the time. So now I sort of took over those businesses. And I'm also teaching English online.
All right.
So I do a few things to keep me quite busy. And I personally, I was fortunate enough to meet a special person in my life, and we have two small children. And I have a boy who's 7 years old and a son who's six, a daughter who's six. So between everything, that keep takes up a lot of my day. But I've been here in the Philippines for more than 10 years now, by the way. So
Okay.
I came here in 2000 September of 2011, if my memory is correct.
Wow. All right, that's good. So, but do you have plan to go back to the U.S. in the
I'm
future?
not sh- I'm not sure yet. That I think for my kids, it would be better for them maybe in the future. But for me, in my point in my life, I like it here actually.
So you have like a plan to settle down here in the Philippines or in Bacolod specifically.
Well, yeah, I've been here for the past, again, more than 10 years, so I'm pretty much settled here, and I have a lot of relatives also here in the city, and I've had a chance to meet a lot of nice people here. Um, so that's the only issue, is that maybe at some point in the future, when my kids start to get a little bit older, maybe for their schooling,
Oh
to
yeah.
to bring them back to the states. But that's something maybe not. We're not quite there yet.
Okay. Okay. So in the future, that would be just a plan, right? For sure.
Right, right. But that's a little bit about me, and so again, I'm really happy to be here in the Philippines, and certainly making a lot of adjustments myself over the years. But it's a learning experience, and again, I'm really thankful to be here, and to see so many things happening around me.
Yes. Okay. Good to hear. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. You stayed in U.S. for like long or very long, right?
Yeah,
So for
born and
born and
raised,
raised, so
Brooklyn, New
it's
York.
hard. Like what you said earlier, it's hard, and there will be a big adjustment when you came to Bacolod or here in the Philippines.
Right. Although I had been coming here many times over the years, but for short intervals. But
Okay.
to live here permanently is a much different story.
Okay. Can
Um,
you give them an idea, like what are those adjustments since you like born and raised in the United States? So
sure,
I
that's a
guess
great question.
a lot of them like they want to stay here or settle down here in the Philippines. So what are those adjustments?
That's a great question, Roger. So, um, whenever I'm asked that question, I would always tell people, the first thing you have to do when you come to the Philippines is you have to um, sort of adjust your level of patience. I
That's
think
true.
that's probably the biggest thing for me, because if you're used to life in the United States, and or Canada, or some parts of Europe, and if you come to the Philippines, um, things move a little bit differently here. So you have to adjust your level of patience. And and in the beginning, I always found myself thinking, or, oh well, why is it like that here? It's not like that in the US, and that's a very common thing for expats to come here, and to think that. Um, but slowly, you you kind of you kind of have to think that, hey, I'm not in the US anymore, or I'm not in my home country anymore, and I'm here now in the Philippines. So I have to adjust to how things are done here. So for me, guys, knowledge is power. So once you kind of know and you observe how things operate here, um, you can sort of understand it, and then it doesn't. After a while, it doesn't upset you anymore. So it's sort of a also a mental adjustment you have to make. That's
Yes, for sure. It's like a big challenge, right? Especially for foreigners or expats that want to settle down here in the Philippines. But as you said earlier, first thing that you need to do is to be patient, right? To like to have a
from my
wider
experience, Roger. Yeah, yeah, that's probably number one. You have to
number one.
adjust your level of patience. Otherwise, you're not going to be happy here. You're constantly going to be upset, stressed out. But once you can adjust your level of patience, then everything else slowly starts to become better.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much for sharing. Well, guys, you have to think, or you have to see to it that okay, and be ready that before coming here in the Philippines, you have that kind of long patience, because not only, for example, traffic. If you don't have any patience, so your mind will blow up.
Yeah, yeah. There
That's
there are
one thing.
a lot of things that could upset you when you first come here. As you know,
Yes.
the brownouts that we have from time to time. Maybe a lot of your guests might not even be so familiar with the term brownout. That
Yeah.
you know. So a brownout, of course, is when there's a loss of electricity in a certain area of of your city, for example, right?
Yeah.
Compared to a blackout, which is even worse, which is loss of electric over the entire
Entire
city.
city. Yes.
So, so a word like brownout, excuse me, that might be new for
For
some
them.
people.
Okay.
So yeah,
So yeah, I guess we have a lot of viewers right now. So again, guys, his name is Jeff,
Fred.
and yeah, Fred. Sorry, Fred. Fred. And when it comes to the topic today, what was the topic today, Roger?
The topic for today is all about the dangers of online dating. So, well, this is really interesting because this is like one of a tool for foreigners that they could meet their wife or girlfriend, right? Like they go to online dating sites,
right.
but we should let them know that there will be like dangers, like Fred. So
Indeed.
what's your idea or opinion if you could tell them what are those?
Sure, sure. So, um, you know, of course, for most people, when we think about the idea of online dating, it seems like something that's fun at first. It's very simple. We can just grab our mobile device and we can join a, of course, join a site, and we're before you know it, you're texting or communicating with maybe several different people. So at first it's fun and exciting, and I get that, but the problem is it doesn't it can in reality it can be very very difficult to find your true partner this way, or if you're serious, if a soulmate, a partner, a future wife, whatever the case may be, it can be very very difficult, guys, because maintaining this type of relationship is very very difficult, or
Okay,
a long distance relationship, right? A LDR.
LDR. Okay,
Yeah, that's
so we do
true.
not know in the long run, right, or in the future that you might get uh, split up. We do not know if LDR will work out, but yeah, So the light said, "Where does he teach English?" Forget his name. Was it Jose? Okay, you can say it to them again.
I'm sorry, guys. My name is Fred.
Fred. Okay, Fred.
My name is Fred, and I have a website for English teaching, and it's on demand English
Mm,
club.net.
okay. So is that
So I
your
have,
like? Okay, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, you made that website, or you bought that, or something?
Yes, that's a website that I worked with somebody to create,
Mm.
and I'm teaching English there. And I've been teaching English for about 6 or 7 years now, by the
Ooh.
way. And I've got
Almost.
students. Yeah, I've got
Almost.
students. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
It's
Go
me.
ahead.
I've got students in more than 40 countries right now.
That's nice. Really nice. A
So
private tutoring? Are we
yeah,
talking about private tutoring?
yes, basically one on one. And now I'm totally independent. So I started at first teaching with a school, but gradually I found that it was better for me to just teach independently.
True.
So that's one of the things I do, and the guys could check out that site if they may be interested, or maybe they might have a partner here in the Philippines that they might like to help to improve their English for an interview at the consulate or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And I'd certainly be happy to help.
Okay. That's actually Fred. Again, his name is Fred, guys, not Jose. So I just want to know, Fred, since you've married to a Filipina, um, did you met her face to face, or was it a date, oh, online dating, or what was the case?
Oh, okay, that's a great question. Also, I met my partner here in Bacolod. So, but it did start with meeting her online. So there was a website, but the only difference is that since she was also here in my city, before long we were able to meet face to face.
Mm, okay.
So that's the big difference. And so it didn't really remain an online relationship for very long. It just
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but I did meet her, yes, through an online website.
Ah, that's nice. Like, how many months was it, or how many weeks was it that you chatted her online? And how
Sure.
many years was the how many months or weeks what did the courtship?
Uh I think we chatted online about two weeks or so
Okay, two
before
weeks.
we felt comfortable enough to meet for the first time.
Ah, nice. That's great. It's great to know that you had connection first. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and so that turned out to be great. But again, the difference there is, since we're really in the same city, or we were in the same city. So
Ah,
she's also uh, here in Bacolod, so it wasn't very difficult to move the relationship from an online relationship to an actual face to face.
relationship.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Okay. So TL976, what are your feelings about age gap with older men? Fred, can you share what's your opinion about the question?
Well, I think that's a good question, maybe for the Pinais, for the girls to answer
Exactly.
more than me. But from my experience here, I think it's not as big an issue as it would be in other places.
Yeah,
What
I would
what do
agree.
you think, Esme? Yeah.
I would agree because I think me and Roger, we have a year age gap. I thought that we cannot connect to each other because, as you know, men mature like slower than women do.
Exactly.
But I didn't. I never thought that we would have the same maturity. So,
Right. Well,
especially,
I'm
go,
sorry.
go
Go ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
From the communications I had with people with ladies here, um, they all seem to tell me that they actually in many cases prefer a mature and older man because of that reason, because he's a more mature guy. He's more stable in many ways.
That's
He
true.
he knows what he wants in life. Um, so that's something very very common that I hear from many Filipinas here.
Yeah, that's the reason why I was a little bit scared when we started our relationship with Roger, because he is a year younger than me. So I was like thinking, okay, maybe this relationship would not last at all because
Mhm.
he's younger. But you can't judge directly.
No, right? But I can see Roger's a very mature guy just
Yeah,
Thank you.
just from our communications, and a very responsible guy. So I think
yeah,
you're
he
you're
is.
you're lucky, Esme.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm lucky that I caught a young fish, maybe.
Yeah, or a young, responsible,
Fish.
and mature thinking fish.
All right. So, hi, Robert. Tuning in. Just got off from work. How is everyone else here? We're doing good, and we have a special guest, and
Okay.
we have like a certain topic also that
To
we can
discuss.
share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
And yeah, so far, Robert, the internet is still not stable here in San Carlos. We didn't work for 2 weeks, and I hope we can work this night because we really need to have a salary for the 30th of January.
yeah.
Yeah.
We just arrived also from the mountain because we like celebrated New Year there with my family, my parents. So it was good. It's just that the weather is not good there. It's raining like for the entire day, so we can't really go out. But anyhow, it's still good because we like celebrated with my parents. So that's a
Yeah,
good thing.
that's true.
Wonderful.
So next is go
To
to
Donald
the
Collins. So there are no online dating sites that are based in the Philippines. It is illegal. Okay. So is that true, Fred?
I to be honest, I'm not even sure of that, Roger. But you know, because my focus really, as we'll begin to talk about, isn't really on online dating, but
Okay.
it's on
yeah.
actually getting people to meet in person.
Yeah,
All right.
I guess that I think in the Philippines, I'm not sure. The reason why Filipinos don't really create websites because most Filipino meet each other. We
Um,
don't really depend on dating websites, maybe.
you know
If
what? I've
mm,
known one. I don't think so. If this is like
legal
made by a
by a Filipino.
Filipino, yeah, or something. But this website is called Christian Filipina. Do you hear that?
I heard that they said that one's a good one,
Yeah,
Christian
Christian Filipina.
Filipina. I
Yeah,
heard
Christian
many people
Filipina.
sort of endorsing that one.
I think that website is basing here in the Philippines for sure, right?
I
I don't
wouldn't.
know.
I'm not sure.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure if who's the founder of Christian,
Filipina.
cause yeah, but basically, uh, Filipinos don't really intend to create those types of website because most Filipinos are not really interested. The only Filipinos that would be interested is the one that wants to date a foreigner. But nowadays, the new generation, they're already interested in dating foreigners nowadays, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We'd have to check I guess, what the current laws are. So maybe that's a question regarding the regulation.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure there will be certain regulation about, online dating sites, right?
yes, here, if it again, as to go back to that original question, if it were to be based here in the Philippines, so whether
Yes.
that's legal or not, but there's so many websites that incorporate the name Filipina in it, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Filipina, is it Filipina Cupid, and I think Pinay Love, and you
And so
you,
they
you
just
just
name
mentioned,
it, right?
yeah, Christian Filipina. So there's a lot of names that incorporate the word or something related to the Philippines in it.
Correct.
But maybe those websites, which I really wasn't even certain of, maybe those websites are all based outside of the
Yes,
Philippines.
maybe. So Robert said, "Can't wait to meet you all, of you guys whenever it opens up." So you know what, Fred, Robert, is willing and interested to visit here in the Philippines.
Right,
It's just
right,
that Philippines now it's not open yet for United States. So it's sad to say, but we're hoping that as soon as possible, Philippines can open for expats to come here in the Philippines.
right. So that's the thing that we're all keeping our fingers crossed on.
Yes,
That maybe in the weeks to come, we'll start to get better news.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hopefully, hopefully.
yeah. That's winter is the problem. I believe is winter is coming to many parts of the world. Whether that's the U.S., Canada, Europe. So
Yes.
that sort of makes things more complicated with regard to the virus.
Yes, and for sure they want to unwind or relax, right? To find,
Right.
yeah,
So
they want to find like a warm place. Like Philippines is the best place as well for them.
right, guys, or everyone would love to come to a sunny and warm place in the middle of December, January, February. If you're in a freezing location.
All right. So both Roger and Esme are both mature and great couple. Well, thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you so much. That's really heartwarming, Robert. You always overwhelm us with your messages. So
I
yeah, I
really
tried
appreciate
to search Christian Filipina, and it was found the founder of it is Peter Christopher. So
based in the
he's not a
U.S. Right?
Filipino. Yeah, he's based in the US. I guess in the Philippines I don't think that there is a Filipino that created websites like this. I think most of them are from the US and that experience dating Filipinas or has wives that are Filipinas. It's like that, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, it would seem that way. And
Okay.
maybe a lot of these guys think of the website as more of a money maker. So
Yeah,
they're just thinking about it in terms of dollars and cents.
it's true.
All right. So Roger is very mature, and according to the last video, he also matches perfectly with Esme from
Yes, of
preference.
course. Yeah, he really matches my preference.
Okay, Soren Scotland. Yes, it's true. It is legal. Okay.
Okay,
Illegal.
so
Yeah.
maybe this is according to the current laws that are in place.
Yes. All
Yeah.
right. So the
Okay.
light. Hey, Fred. What is your favorite city in the Philippines?
Well, I have to be partial to where I live now, and I
Okay.
have to say Bacolod, the city of smiles.
City of Smiles. Okay.
The city of
Aside from
smiles.
Bacolod.
Aside from Bacolod, I would say Cebu.
Okay. Yeah, Cebu.
Cebu, my
Are you from Cebu
hometown.
as well? I love going to Cebu.
Yeah,
Esme.
but it's really crowded in Cebu nowadays.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the same things you would find in Manila, of course, you can find in Cebu, which is the sort of like the second city
Okay.
of the Philippines. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say Davao, for me, Davao.
You like Davao?
Davao. Yeah, I like Davao because it's safe, it's clean. The city itself is improving, I guess. It's the same as Cebu. Like they have um like much more better medical facilities there.
Mhm.
Yes. So it's well managed compared to Cebu and Manila, I guess.
Yeah, I had a chance to visit Davao about 2.5 years ago before the pandemic started for the first time, and I had a few cousins in Davao, and it was nice to see it also, guys.
Ah,
But
yes.
it's a large, it's a very very big city, by the way. So
Yeah,
to
it's
get
re-
from one point to another, it can take you a while.
Okay. Guys, if you wanna come here in the Philippines, you can go and visit Fred in Bacolod, and he can
tour
turn you
you
around.
around. Yeah.
Sure, sure, I'd be happy to. Yeah, so
Yes.
and usually Bacolod, I think it's been voted one of it usually is at the top of the list in some years past as the most livable city in the Philippines.
Okay.
Yes.
So it has a lot of positives. You get all the modern conveniences, but it's not quite as large as certainly as Manila would be,
Yeah,
or
it's
Cebu.
true. It's true. I like Negros because I fell in love with Negros because it's simple. It's really simple, guys. If you want to retire soon and you don't want to have that crowded place, but you still have the necessities. I would say Negros is one of your candidate islands because there's a lot of islands here in the Philippines. So you could definitely get your list of islands here in the Philippines that you could really choose because there's a lot of islands that you could choose. Yes.
Certainly, certainly.
Okay.
Next is, by the way, I would really welcome all our new subscribers right now. We're so happy that we see an improvement in our channel, and we're so like pumped up and overwhelmed with the views of our videos.
We're you know what, we're very happy, Fred, because we like some of our videos reach like 1,000 views, like really amazing, overwhelmed, as we never expected that
Oh, you
reach
guys, I think are
1,000
just
views. Oh no.
you guys are just scratching the surface. If
Okay, but
probably 1 year, 2 years from now, you guys will be blowing up. So
yes, hopefully, and yeah, we're just very thankful to you guys because we started out nothing. Because
Yeah,
all of the rest of our subscribers are all Filipinos, like 11,000 subscribers are like Filipinos, and the rest are foreigners. So we're very happy and thankful that you guys are here to support our
yeah,
channel.
yeah. We're so happy, guys. To tell you honestly, we're already happy if we reach 500 views in one video. To tell you honestly, but we never expected that we could reach like 14,000, 3,000, 5,000. I was like, oh my God, this is getting great. So thank you so much for your support, guys. Really. And now we have Fred, and he's also giving that opportunity to us and helping us too.
oh, anytime, guys. Thank you again for having me on, and certainly continued success on the channel.
All right.
Thank you.
So
So next
Soren
is
Scott one said, Filipino P just put a video today explained that is illegal. Okay. Do you know Filipina Pia or P?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
She's
right.
really popular YouTuber as well.
Right.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
foreigners too.
For
She's
foreigner.
really She's really
Yeah,
attractive, actually. I see her as an attractive lady.
yeah. She's is she in Duma, somewhere around
Yeah,
Duma? Yeah,
Yeah,
from what
he's
I
in
understand.
Negros.
Yeah, on the tip of Negro. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Of course, that's
okay.
me. It's a business, of course. Yeah. Yeah, it's a business. Yeah,
Business is a
Texas
business.
Tisoy. Business is business, I guess. Yes. So Texas Tisoy, if you want to visit Davao, he could tour you around. He's one of the most hospitable subscribers that we know that is situated in Davao.
Yeah, he's a foreigner.
Yeah, he's a foreigner. Okay. Next is Smokey. Jeff, winter or summer, a lot of us Yankees won't get the heck out of states. Yeah, because of the new variant right now, I guess. Right?
And from I think there are a lot of other issues too, Esme,
Mm,
that a lot of Americans are sort of um, troubled about. Let's say.
yeah, they
Yeah.
want to get out and they want to like get rid of like this headaches. So they want to relax. You know.
Well, another thing. If we're specifically talking about guys, a lot of the things that I've been hearing is a lot of American guys are just um, they're really fed up with the attitude of many American women,
Hmm.
and
Yes.
I'm sure you guys have heard that as well, from your past streams, and they really want something else. So a common theme I've always heard is they love the Philippines because of the just the natural personality of the Filipino people is basically being kind and compassionate, and that's a very big difference to what they usually encounter back in the states.
Hmm. Yes, I
So
Yes,
agree.
that's true.
that's one issue, because if we're talking about maybe why a guy would be looking to come to the Philippines to meet a potential partner and not
Yes.
Yes.
not back home, because again many things have happened, and sometimes they're just fed up with the attitude of unfortunately of American women. And maybe
Correct.
some of the guys watching now could chime in on that.
Yes, that's true. Um, by the way, guys, Fred has a not a dating website, but he is campaigning face-to-face dating, right? If I got that
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Well, let me talk a little bit about that. I had written an article, and it was called "The Dangers of Online Dating," and I think you guys were nice enough to add it in your somewhere, maybe in your description link. And so the guys could certainly could check that article out, and it basically rehashes a lot of what I'm saying now. So to before I talk about the event, I wanted to
Yes.
really get back into the article, and I
Okay. Yeah,
talked about yes,
you can talk about that article and you can explain to them what are like those like dangers of
sure,
online dating. You can
sure,
talk about it.
sure. And so again, what you're going to experience online, guys, when you start online dating, you're excited and you seem to be communicating with again with somebody, um, and oftentimes, unfortunately, these sites are filled with scammers, guys, and it's been my experience as well. I'm not just saying that. You know it's not reflective, by the way, of the Filipino of Filipinos, but unfortunately, just a lot of bad people just gravitate to these online dating websites. And some things that you're going to see, for example, is you're going to run into many fake profiles, many fake profiles. You're going to see a picture of a beautiful woman, and of course you're attracted to it, but sometimes you just don't know who was behind that photo. You don't
Correct.
know if it's a dude,
Yes, or a lady boy.
you don't know who's behind that photo. So the moment that you try to say, hey, can we have a quick video call, and you're met with all kinds of excuses. So that's a red flag. That's right.
Correct. I agree.
True.
That's a red flag. Whoa, why is this person always avoiding uh, uh, a face to face? So I can see her on the cam. Um, so that's one thing that you're going to experience, guys, and I'm sure, I think all of the guys have run into that, a fake profile. The second thing you could kind of run into is, there are other professional scammers out there, and they'll even work with a woman, unfortunately, and
Hmm. Okay.
they'll kind of let you see the woman, but you'll only see her a few times. And when you see her, of course, it's already been scheduled by the unfortunately, by the scammers. And then the rest of the time, it's someone else that's communicating with you, not the woman.
Okay.
And so that's again something just that you kind of have to watch out for, guys. And
So
then
there's someone like behind that
right,
girl.
there's someone behind it, and they just, they're a little bit dodgy with meeting on the camera, but finally, if in some cases, if you keep on pushing and pushing, they'll have enough time to arrange something with some, maybe a woman that they're working with,
Hmm.
and then they'll
Okay.
set up that camera meeting to sort of prove that they're legitimate. But then after that, again, the majority of the conversation offline is going to be with someone else. It's going to be with that professional scammer.
So you need
So
to
that
remember that, guys, behind that lady, because we do not know, there'll be someone else behind her. So you have to watch out.
exactly. And then the third scenario, okay, so the first one was the fake profile. The second one again is if there's really a person there, or really a woman there, but she's working with some of these scammers. Or the third one is if the person that you meet is real. So of course, there are going to be situations when you do really meet an actual person. But unfortunately, sometimes some of the people also have bad intentions. And that's the other issue. So there's something that I call the short and the long con. And
Mhm.
what I mean by that is you might run into somebody who will talk with you for a short period of time, but before long, they're asking you for money. And
Oh, it's a red flag as well, right? It's a
yeah,
big red
so
flag.
so their modus is they don't want to spend a lot of time with one particular person. They want to just be able to move on quickly from one guy to another guy, and so on and so on. So they just invest a short amount of time communicating, and then before long they hit you with that question about, oh, I have a family emergency. My dad is in the hospital, and I have to pay the bill, or we need medicines. Um, my cell phone broke, and I'd love to be able to communicate with you better.
Yes, and an internet connection or better internet connection, a
There's a lot
place, a
of
better
stories,
place.
right? My if it's a student, and they tell, well, my college tuition is due now, or if they're paying rent somewhere, I'm having trouble making the rent this month. So sometimes you guys, you unfortunately you're going to run into that, and that's the what I call the shortcut. And then on the other side, there's what we call the long con, where someone would invest more time speaking with you. So this could be weeks, this could be months, to establish your confidence and make you feel more relaxed, but
Comfortable.
comfortable. But again, the purpose is the same. It just takes longer. So after weeks or months, they that's the time that they'll start now to ask you to send money.
Okay.
So those
So, mhm. By
so
the
those
way,
are
first,
I'm sorry, my
sorry.
friend.
All
No,
right,
no, go ahead.
Robert. Yeah, Robert Jones said, I'm signed up on Christian Filipino for a year, but have not corresponded with anyone. Online dating or LDR isn't really a big thing for me. I want to see who I am talking to. So this guy, he really want to come here in the Philippines, not only for just for Filipino for the reason, but he want to explore Philippines as well.
Robert, you've got the right idea, my friend. You've got the right idea. So the other thing I wanted to say, guys, is going back to these online dating websites. So the online dating website, for example, if you're a guy living in the States or somewhere else, a lot of times you're sort of pushed to pay for a premium membership on these sites. Um, and they'll say, maybe you're going to pay something. I'm only guessing, but maybe it could be 20, $25, maybe $30 a month for what they call premium services. And that allows maybe a guy to have more features on their website. So if you multiply that by 12 months, I mean, if you're paying $30 a month, that's $360 a year that you're spending. Now on top of that, if you're sending money every month to to somebody, or maybe even more than one person, that's even more. So you're investing your time, you're investing your money, but do you really know what's happening? Okay, so that's the issue. So what is that person doing behind your back?
Okay.
Is she communicating with a bunch of other guys as well? So and again, she might be doing that for a living, guys. That she just does this and gets money. That's kind of what, instead of working a normal 9 to 5 job.
Yes,
Okay,
and there
so
are also cases, Fred, that like a couple, let's say for example, a girlfriend and a boyfriend, uh, they have like a practical way of thinking that, uh, let's say for example, for the boyfriend, I want to use my girlfriend as like a bait, you know, and then we
mhm.
will ask money
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean, right?
very common here. Right.
Yes. Okay.
Unfortunately.
That's true. Let's try to read the comments. Because Texas Tisoy is already. Try to read the comments, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I bet as soon as Roger and Esme finished filming the video about our Filipinas good and bad, and clothes went flying. Wow.
Not really. Not really. um,
Okay.
Before we filmed that, I already had my period, so no.
Okay. So before we
Okay.
continue, Fred, let's just read out their comments and the
Sure.
interaction. Okay.
Yeah,
So
they're piling up.
I'm
yeah.
not
So
I'm not on the I'm not on your channel right now, so I can't. I'm just here in our meeting room, by the way.
okay. So better
Okay.
than Cebu is me. Get it right.
Yeah, Davao is better than Cebu. Sorry, Texas.
Right.
Okay, next is So super easy to meet and interact with Filipinos once you're here. I would keep my opportunities open. Yeah, don't close your opportunity once you already meet a Filipina on a dating website because there are better options if you really see them in person, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Next, Will, I just said smash that like button, guys. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will. Okay. Next, Esme, is there a better hospital in Davao than Chongwa in Cebu? Yeah, there are a lot of better hospitals in Davao. And I think the most best hospital in Cebu is, yeah, you're right, Chongwa and I forgot. What was that? I
Cebu,
forgot the
Cebu dog.
Cebu. Yeah, Cebu Doc. Cebu Doc. Sorry, Cebu Doc. Next is Roger asked me vlog. Check your people, Lou.
PP.
PB. Okay, that was better than all other cities in everything according to Texas Tisoy. Yeah, I there are areas that Davao is better, and there are also areas that other islands has also opportunities. But
Yes.
Davao is, I would say, if you would retire, Davao is a good option.
Yes. What about
Yes.
in Bacolod, Fred? What is like, or what are those best hospital in Bacolod?
We have Riverside. I believe it's Riverside Memorial Hospital here.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
popular.
much the gold standard here. But there's Doctors Hospital. Um, there's I think there's about four or five hospitals here now. There's a new one that opened up very close to where I'm living, and so
Okay.
I don't think the problem here is the hospital. I think there are
Yeah.
a lot of good hospitals here.
Yes, that's the reason why there if there's problems here in San Carlos, really major problems in terms of medical, they
It
would
comes to
directly
Bacolod.
go to Bacolod.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. Yeah,
Correct.
Okay.
Because they here in Carlos they can't provide like if the case, if like the major case, so they want to like send out to Riverside. It's very popular hospital in Bacolod.
right.
All
So
Okay.
right.
that's
So
yeah,
Smokey or Jeff, it is a quality of life issue in a way I want to live. Okay.
Why I want to leave. Okay. I think that's the reason why most foreigners want to come here in the Philippines or in Asia because of, you know, I think in their place there are a lot of toxic people and toxic government. There's a lot of
right,
toxicity, I think.
right. And you know, guys, growing old in America is much different in my perspective than growing old here in the Philippines.
Okay.
Growing
Well, can
old in
you
America,
elaborate
sure,
it?
growing old in America, you are very often just forgotten about. You're just
Mhm.
kind of cast aside. And but here in the Philippines, let's say for an older guy seems to just have much more value here.
Okay.
And I think that's a very important point. And I think a lot of guys would probably agree with that comment. That
True.
when they come to the Philippines, they really feel valued here.
Okay.
Which is
I
true.
agree.
That's really true, especially if you're in the right family. Yes.
And they
Okay,
so they
next. Go ahead. Go
oh
ahead.
no, I didn't have anything else.
All right. So Dave Linehan, darn, I'm late for the start. Hello, both of you. Yeah. Hello. Good morning, Dave. Okay. Soren said, I'm in a long or LDR relationship 9 years, but working like this. I am in Philippines 2 times a year, and she is here in Norway 5 month a year on work visa. Our way of getting ready for retirement. Okay.
Uh, that's not good. That's good.
It
That's
really
a
depends, right? It
that's a
really
good
Yes.
depends.
example because
Yeah.
most of the year they are together.
Yes.
Ah, it's like the same as her sister. His sister. Yeah, he has a sister actually. He has a sister that looks like me. And her name is Cecil. She looks like a Latina Spanish woman in the
Wow.
Philippines. Yeah, she's really beautiful. Um, so she married a Norway or a European, I
No,
forgot.
Norwegian.
European guy.
Are you?
European, yeah,
Oh,
European guy, a European guy, and they visited. He visited here in the Philippines like twice a
A
year.
year.
Yeah, so they're basically their relationship is LDR,
Yes,
right.
up
and
until now, because the guy is not retired yet. So actually, he's in San Carlos right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in San Carlos, and it's been like more than 10 years now for a long distance relationship. Like maybe 12 years, I guess. I'm not really sure, but
but just to tell you guys, they meet face to face. They
Yeah,
didn't meet
that's.
online.
yes,
And what it looks like from the comment is they see each other during the year quite quite
Yes.
often. It's not just 100% an LDR or 100% just communicating online.
yeah. So
So
meaning to
this is a
say,
big
in their
difference. Yeah.
relationship, there is like an assurance because the guy came to visit here in the Philippines for her, right? Twice a
And
year.
she's there in Norway 5 months a year. So that's all. So that's almost half a year.
Exactly.
So that's a much different scenario, and I think that's a better scenario.
All right. Okay. It takes us this. Hopefully, the Philippines open up this year, but who knows? Yes.
Yeah, but you know, if they once they open up, the flights would really be expensive.
Right.
Yeah, tell you honestly. So just be patient, guys. You would really can come here once it opens, but you know, just try to be patient. There's a lot of cheap flights afterwards.
Right.
Hopefully, there are. Okay.
Okay,
So, all right.
Kenneth
Well, Fred,
said,
you can
"Go
feel the
ahead."
praise of the sanity. Okay.
Yes, that's true. I will never date another American woman.
Why? Why is that,
And
Kenneth?
we're kind of going back to this theme again. You see
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what we're saying.
I just want to know, Fred, since you were born in the US, like, have you dated American women, and what's the difference between an American woman and a Filipino woman?
Oh, um, yes, I have dated. Well, when you say American woman, that's a general category.
Yeah,
But yeah,
any foreigner, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I have, and I really would just probably rather say that I think the difference is the advantages of meeting a Filipina. So meeting a Filipina again is so much different in many positive ways. I mentioned kindness and compassion, and often that's really all a guy is looking for.
It's true.
It's
Com-
not about money, it's not about other things, but just if he can find a girl that he feels is there for him and treats him right,
Yeah.
that, believe it or not, that's the biggest thing, guys, and that's sort of the turnoff I think now with guys when they talk about American women, and the difference between an American woman now and let's say a Filipina here in the Philippines.
Okay. Like how or
yes.
Filipina is really like, Filipinos, we all know that we love taking care, right? Especially if you are family oriented.
Kindness, caring, compassion, loyalty is
Exactly.
is not big, another big one. And I think there's a more traditional sense of family here,
Yes.
and sometimes that can be touching for a guy. You know, if a guy comes here and he meets a Filipina, and the Filipina is, very, very affectionate towards him,
Hmm.
and really doesn't want him to be out of her sight, and is loves to hold his hand, and those little things mean a lot.
You're
And
right.
True.
sometimes you won't see that with back in the states.
Yeah. So
Really true.
yeah, majority of Pinays are really good at taking care of their husbands, right?
And I think that's
True.
that's one of the biggest things why many foreigners want to come here and meet a Filipino.
Yes, that's one of the reason as well. All right. So Roadrunner Performance said, any tip on how to learn Tagalog? Because I know in this province the dialect can be different. So for me, on how you to like learn Tagalog, you can come here in the Philippines and you will know the basic, you know,
Yeah.
from like communicating with the locals, like especially in Manila.
It's much better that way. It would just, if you stayed here for 1 month, believe me, you would already know the basic. Okay, next Texas is I said Latin women is general are lethal. Cut you shit up if you sway. It's true. Latin women are really aggressive dudes. I
That
would say.
that that hot Latin temper, they say.
It's true.
A lot in temper.
Hot
All
Latin
right.
temper.
All
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
And Texas say Pinays are very forgiving and over understanding. My experience once again. Yes. To the point that we really understand even you're already at fault. Even you already had that serious mistake, we would really understand you.
And give you a second chance.
Yes. Second, third, fourth chance, I guess. But it really depends on the girl or the woman. For me, I'm forgiving, so yeah. Okay, next is I'm in LDR with beautiful Filipina. I met on Christian Filipina. I highly recommend Christian Filipina. Number one. Okay,
Good.
I've been hearing that.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Pinay's all the way. Mine is from Bohol, said Kenneth. And Sean, Fred, he has a question. Hey, Fred, do you speak Tagalog or Bisaya? Is that a requirement to teach English?
Actually, to be honest, I don't really speak the dialects very well. I can understand Tagalog and in the Longo, of course, maybe 90%, but I don't really speak the dialect even up to now. I'm shy to speak it. Um,
Okay.
Maybe because of my accent. But with regard to my teaching, most or all of my students are based outside of the Philippines.
All right.
So the Tagalog issue doesn't really come into play.
Okay.
Yes. So if you just know how to communicate just a basic, believe me, we would really be happy to entertain you.
Yeah,
Kenneth, I hope she is committed to your my friend. I would not trust LDR. So again, not all LDR relationship would be a mistake. Some would really be okay. Yes.
sure.
But you really need to meet them or meet her in person because it's really way better that way.
Yeah, that should be the end goal. So
Hmm.
if
Yes,
you have to, if eventually if things really go well, you have to make an effort to meet in person.
it's true. Next
And
is go ahead. Go ahead.
no, and I'm just saying it. So in most cases, of course, that would mean maybe the guy coming here to the Philippines.
Hmm.
Yeah,
True. Really true. And you have that options, guys. If you really have that high standards, or if you have that, physical things that you want to have in your Filipina, you can see that here. There's a lot of Filipinas here in the Philippines that you could, have your options with, or you could choose. Okay. Next is Jeff said, "Is it your birthday today, Bobby?" Hey, Texas, is it your birthday, Texas?
Is that your birthday today, Texas?
Okay. Uh, Robbie said, "Robert Jones, that's your choice online. Rest assured, you one of six or more she's chatting, so you meet five yourself and spend a week with each." Okay.
So
Next,
Robbie, actually,
go ahead.
Fred is in Cebu right now. Robbie
Yes.
is
He's in
in
Cebu.
rental visa.
Yes. He's in Cebu together with his family. This is why get your asses here, then you ain't gotta deal with profiles. Touch, feel, see, smell, and that immerse yourself. Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly.
exactly. You can touch, you can see, you can really see the real deal, and you can see if she's really a catch or not. Right?
Right. Right. And one other interesting point, guys, is, for example, if a guy comes here and he, of course, if he meets a Filipina, um, and things become more serious, then another question becomes whether they plan to live together here in the Philippines or back in their home country.
Mhm.
And there are many. That's another issue that has many sides to it. By the way,
It's true. Definitely. I would say. Okay, next. Kenneth said the light she is. Texas is Bobby is already asking for me. Where is Asmi? Read the comments, Asmi. See? You're in mute. You're in mute.
All right, there you go.
My dad is in the hospital. That sucks for him. Me? I hope that he's okay, the light. Okay. I have prior scammers on other sites. Yeah,
Yeah.
believe
What do you think
me, if
about that, Fred?
yeah, Fred, like you've been in dating website. Have you been scammed before, Fred?
I haven't been scammed, but many have tried. It's me.
What was the most common thing? Most common yeah, like scenarios that you've
Ah,
experienced?
exactly what I mentioned before. Kind of that. Uh, it's not long before someone would ask you for money.
Hi, Haley.
Hi, Haley. Yeah, she wants to say hi. Hi,
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
to all of our
Thank
subscribers. Say
Yeah.
hi.
Say hi. Hi, baby. Um, to tell you guys, she's already turning two this January 22nd. So she would have her second birthday this month,
Wow.
January
Wow.
22nd. Yeah. So excited.
Hey, say hi, all
Yeah.
subscribers. Thank you. All right, so this one, Jetty Travel. I
I
refuse all
refuse.
communication attempts. When I get there, I'll reach out and arrange meetings. I believe online chat is dangerous and foolish way to pass time.
There we
True.
are.
Yeah.
There we are.
I would say that Fred, you agree with that, right?
100%. I mean, or again, if you use the online dating website to eventually you're going to arrange a meetup, and you're going to have the guy is going to have to come here to the Philippines. So that should always be the end goal. Because how can you really be in a legitimate relationship without even meeting each other face to face, without even spending actual physical time together? It's silly to think, oh well, I if I'm in a I have a girlfriend for maybe 1 year, But the people ask you, well, have you ever met her in person? And they say, no, I haven't. So that it's kind of difficult for us to grasp that concept.
Okay, definitely say I would say yes. Yeah, I would agree with your statement, Brad. So, guys, again, if you really want to have that long-term relationship, please come here. Yes.
Yes.
Next is that's why it's a big business. People hell with dating sites. They're stupid. Get save your money.
There we are. Okay. So again, going back to what I was saying, and so
Mhm.
I was talking about all of the problems. So now we started with, oh, it's fun to be dating online, and it's convenient, and now we're at the point where now it's not fun anymore. Now it's stressful. Now
Stressful days.
you have anxiety, you have doubt, and you don't really know what you're doing anymore. So what is or what is she doing? So
True.
even if she's not doing anything bad, but it you still have all of these doubts, guys.
Yes.
So now you can see it's no longer fun anymore,
They're
and
still lacking, right?
there's something lacking, and you maybe while you're making plans to be together in your mind, maybe she's thinking of something else. Well,
It's
so
true.
or vice versa. So the again the bottom line is you have to come here personally, and the event that we're planning, guys, this sort of accomplishes this task. So the event, it really allows, this is an event that's open to foreign guys to come here to the Philippines to meet local Filipinas. And it takes out a lot of the work and a lot of the effort for them,
Mm.
because all of the ladies at our event have been pre-screened and verified, and they're all very, very excited to meet,
Okay.
also to meet all the guys. So it's a big advantage, is where over the course of 3 days and 3 nights, we're going to be having events, and this event will be in Bacolod, and we're planning this for April, and um, so it takes out a lot of these questions. So a lot of people might be thinking, well, I don't know a lot about the Philippines, and the Philippines is on the other side of the world, and
Correct.
what what would I do here? Who would bring me around? Where would I stay? Where would be the places to go to meet uh, good Filipino ladies, not bar girls or escorts. We're not talking about going to Angeles or places like that. Um, so that's very, very difficult for a lot of foreign guys. So we've taken all of these doubts and uncertainties, and we've eliminated all of that
Hmm.
in our event. Yeah, so all of this is taken care of. It's a basically a 4 day, 3 night event, and we this event is open to the first 50 guys that register for the event, and the ratio of guys to girls is somewhere around 3 to 1. So if we have 50 girls, or excuse me, if we have 50 men, then we will have probably close to 150 ladies at the event. So again, it's a great way to come here to the Philippines and in a very, very short amount of time, meet a lot of beautiful uh, Filipino ladies that are also interested in you.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, first of all, you know what? We always said that to them, Fred, we always said to them that much better for them to come here in the Philippines to uh, meet your Filipina and to explore also the Philippines. So along the way, we do not know, we never know that you can meet your future wife here in the Philippines. So that is really perfect because, guys, Fred has, he said, he has like an upcoming event in Bacolod, which he explained a while ago. So you can talk, more about that
Sure,
event.
sure. If any of the guys have questions, and we do have a website, and it's called meetyourfilipina.com. So the guys could go to that website. It's We're still adding content, but there is a form there where they could put in their information if they're interested in the event, and we would certainly get back to them right away with all of the actual specifics and the details.
Mm, okay.
But again, so this is a twofold issue. So the first issue is, again, if a guy is serious and wants to come here to the Philippines, that's the first step. But then the second step again is they don't know exactly what to do when they're here.
Yeah, that's the biggest question, Fred.
That's one of the big. So we've taken that that problem away through with our event, because we're taking care of their accommodations, we're taking care of their transportation, we're taking care of all of their meals for the entire event. um, and we're going to be having events, or again, over the course of 3 days and 3 nights,
Okay.
Okay.
guys. So
Yeah.
it's a great way to come here and make the most, perhaps maybe the most effective use of your time, guys. And again, you're going to have the attention of many beautiful Filipino ladies that will be at the event.
Yeah, there will be you know, uh, a question here. Wait a moment. This one. What's your thought about it?
Yes.
uh, Again, it depends on the context of the event. And so I'm unaware that this is illegal to do.
Okay.
Yes. For me, I don't have any thought about it because I've never had fast dating before. I
Mhm.
think this is fast dating. Yes. So I
So this
never
is,
also,
yeah,
yeah, fast dating. I think this is
somewhat
fast
like
dating.
fast dating, right? Or
Well,
Yes.
so.
we're not making the big thing here is we're not making any promises that, oh, if you join the event, that you're going to be meeting the the woman of your dreams, and things are going to work out. This is just an opportunity to come here and meet people, and whatever happens after that is basically up to them. But the event is going to be held in a very classy and elegant way. um, and it's again, it's nothing that's negative at all, or it's nothing that promotes, uh, on the surface, it's nothing that promotes illegal activity or sex or anything like that.
Okay. Is it legal in United States or in the US, Fred? If
I believe
you have an
so.
idea.
I believe so. Well, actually, this is really just considered to be a meetup.
A meetup. Okay.
This is not considered to be really anything more than that.
All right. All right.
Yes.
So, but again, I think it's a great vehicle to be able to come here and meet Filipinas in person.
Okay. So yeah, if you have plan or in the future, uh, not just online dating, but to explore here in the Philippines, like as we said all the time, that we never know that you can meet your future wife here in the Philippines, not just like participating an event or whatsoever. I would say that um, if you really want not to be scam or something, much better for you guys to come and visit here in the Philippines.
Yeah. That's
Exactly.
all the matter is. If you want to have again that long relationship, met the girl of your dreams, come here in the Philippines, please.
Right.
Yes.
So,
Now
Okay.
Jay, actually, hi Jay. We miss you.
All right. Happy New Year, Jay.
Happy New Year, Jay. It's been a long time that we didn't heard a little bit about you, or you didn't have comments in our videos. I think you're uh
Busy.
busy. Okay. Next is hi BJ. Speed dating. Sorry.
Speed dating.
Yeah, it's not fast dating. Speed dating. Sorry. Thank you, BJ. Next is, but it's still illegal. Soren said. Guys, don't sign up or pay for his dating event. Save your money. It's not hard to meet Filipinas. Hmm. Okay. Charlie said. Mr. K said Filipina P aired an interview with an attorney today on this subject. Sounds illegal, he said.
Okay.
I'm not sure about this because the three of us is not really, we don't have any thoughts about this. Am I right, Fred?
yeah, yeah. That's again, from my understanding, that's debatable.
Okay.
Yes.
So J8, thank you so much for the super chat. He said like AFA, a foreign affair. Foreign affair.
Yes.
Okay. So Chris, tell town or tell man, it is legal in the U.S. Okay. Right. Here
Okay.
in the Philippines, guys, is really or very strict in terms of this kind of, even if online dating sites or whatsoever, or an event like this, it's very strict. The policy is really strict.
Okay. Next is they asked about these events to meet, I think, in the visa process. Okay. Charles Bronson, where in the Philippines are you guys? We're in Negros. Roger and me are in San Carlos, while Fred is in Bacolod.
Yes, it's in
Yes.
Bacolod, guys. Bacolod City, City of Smiles.
That's it.
Yes. Next is please don't put name tags on these women. It looks like they are being auctioned off.
I mean,
What do you mean?
Joseph.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Fred, not to take advantage of people ignorance in a foreign place. This is a very safe place to navigate, so I recommend people find their own Pinay and explore. That's right, Texas. I would say so too. Yeah, because there's a lot of fish in the sea. There's a lot of islands here in the Philippines, and you can definitely see, of course, your the love of your life.
Yeah. For I
Okay.
mean, for me, I'm not talking at all about safety. So I mean, the Philippines is is a very safe place. I agree. It's just a
Yes.
matter of some people just are unfamiliar with the Philippines and they don't
Yes.
have a lot of time. And if they don't really have a lot of some people are shy and just naturally a little bit shy, and it can be difficult for them to I think you using the word navigate, it'd be hard for them to navigate going around a foreign land on their own and knowing where to go and how to get from point A to point B, or even where is point A and where is point B.
True. That's true.
Yeah,
What's
well,
the
So,
guys, it still depends, right? Still depends if you want to join or not. So, but Texas, I agree also with your opinion that you know they can find like their own way of having or meeting Pinays and explore here in the Philippines,
sure,
especially if they have enough time, right?
sure. There's
All
always,
right.
as long as they're coming here, again, that's the
Yeah,
bottom line. Yes.
correct. Okay. So Robert
true.
said, I heard there is some good food in Bacolod, right? Or should I say some good restaurants? What can you say, Fred?
Oh, well, there's a lot of popular food here, yes. And of course, the chicken inasal is probably one of the most popular dishes here that's kind of known pretty
Yeah,
well.
chicken in asal.
And we have Manukan Country here, which is close to SM, and
Oh,
it's
Yes.
one of the older, more historic parts of Bacolod, and it's sort of a must for visitors. If you come to Bacolod, you should visit Manukan Country, guys. And
is that like recommended in Bacolod?
oh yeah, I would say so, Roger. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So hopefully we
Yes.
could also visit in Bacolod and
When
visit,
was the last time you guys were here?
when I bought my computer, because I bought my computer set in Bacolod. So it was like, you know, 8 or 6 months ago. I forgot exactly.
Okay, yeah, you're only a series bus ride away, right?
Yeah. All right. So other one here. All right. Where are we right now? Okay. So you are near Sunshine Shoulder, and that Ted and Team Player used to live up in the mountain and gas a channel. Okay. Yeah, we're very close to Sunshine Shoulders and also John Wells. We're neighbors. Okay, this says this story said, "Come to Davao. I get you all ladies you want free." Wow,
I
you
really love this guy.
have the source, man.
Yeah. You have all the source with you. I really love Texas. Next is JH Texas. If his events are anything like AFA, he might be legal. Yes.
AFA, yeah,
AFA, yeah. So if it's the same as AFA, it's legal. But I'm not sure because we didn't done our research again, guys. So yeah. Next, Dave, a lot of islands, a lot of beautiful, smart women. Yes.
true.
Philippine has a lot of opportunities for you guys. Not all the time women, but there's a lot of things that you could explore here. And again, Philippines is a great place to retire,
Okay,
right?
so yeah,
Of
the
course.
light said, Fred. Fred want to make that money. I respect it is as long as he provides value. So some people like will package information. Well, yeah, Fred, you can talk about it. What like the inclusion, if let's say for example, if they're interested in, because we never
Right,
know.
right. So again, guys, if you're interested, please, you can go to our website and you can fill in the contact information, and I can provide all of the details on the event. But again, this is it's going to be planned for April, and it's again a great opportunity for foreign guys to come here and meet local Filipinas.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So your but points are easy to find here, Fred. Okay. Points. I don't have a dog on either side. I just know if A is a big deal over there. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Jay is always checking and gathering information before he comments on anything. He's a smart guy, actually. He just point me who says AFA is legal. Point
Uh,
A, Angel City, and point B is Fields Avenue.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
have you been there, Fred, in Angeles City?
I have one time.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Here. But I'm sure you have good intentions, Fred, and that should be
Thank you,
an
Texas.
option for people. Yeah.
And that
Texas is I agree. Yeah.
that is true, guys. So again, even if you don't, my event aside, even if you don't have no interest in the event, but again, the general theme here is please, if you're serious about meeting someone, please come here to the Philippines. And if you want to just come here and do everything on your own, that's great as well. That's your choice.
Correct. I agree. All right. So, but not my recommendation. That's all. All right. Yeah. Yeah. We respect
We
your.
really respect your answer, Texas. Yeah, he's one of our like subscribers way back before, and he's one of our like uh closest friends too. Yeah, Bobby is our closest subscriber too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in Sabano,
Um,
Kangi Rice, Kalami.
yeah, he
It's
knows the language pretty well. Are you a Filipino, Dave, or are you learning the language, or have you been here? Okay. Next is Jay said Soren just research over 14 plus years in the Philippines and all over the world. That's the reason why I'm like I know Jay is always trying to do research.
Yeah. So, Soren said good intentions. Yes. I think too, but need be careful.
Yeah,
Right.
again guys, it's up to you. It's we're not actually pushing you to sign up to his website. It's really up to you.
Right.
Okay?
So again, my theme is for the guys to just know that really the general advice is really to be able to come here to the Philippines. If you're in a
Yeah.
long distance relationship now and you want to really take that next step, at some point, realistically speaking, you're going to have to do this.
Yes. So yeah, you know what? It's good. It's good like to meet up. You know, especially if you are in a long distance relationship, because it's better for you guys to have like a face to face connection or because you can see and feel the emotion, right? Not just by phone because it's easy to say I love you, I miss you, but no.
You you can also see what the Philippines is like.
Yes, right.
Because if you're living in America or another country, and if you've never been to the Philippines before, it's not only about meeting someone, but it's also about understanding Filipino culture and what is her family like. Sometimes you can get a good indication of a person from what you see from their family. And a lot of these little things we won't immediately notice chatting online.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Next
So,
is Joseph. If a man is in his 50s, 60s, and doesn't have enough game to meet a woman, he should just stay home. Yeah. It's really up to you guys. If you're in your 50s, 60s, and you don't want to visit here, that's your decision. Again, it's really up to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
So Chris, so there's a question. April. So will the country reopen by then? So we do not know yet. So hopefully, Fred, right?
Right. So the event is scheduled for April, but if things don't push through for April, we will certainly reschedule the event for a future date.
Yes. Okay. Next is um CNUI. Republic Act number 6955 says matchmaking services are illegal in the Philippines. Again, when it comes to matchmaking, I don't know what's the procedure of Fred's like event. He said it's not matchmaking and it's not he's not promising anything that you would see the love of your life there. It's like just
Right.
showing or knowing Filipina people.
So this
He
is that.
said.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree to that, Ismi. So that's the key. That's the key term there, in matchmaking services. So
Okay.
that's debatable.
Okay. Congratulations to Roger and the big reveal. I haven't seen him look so proud and confident as he did in the last video. I'm always proud of Roger and I always bluff about, not really bluff, but I always brag about him, especially when we were working at the same company because every gay people likes him.
I don't think so,
I
but I
think so.
notice it. I notice it.
Yeah. I think so. Yes, and every gay people likes to, see the actual real life thing. And yeah, some actually seen it because they went to the bathroom together, you know. So it can be everybody can justify if I'm saying the right thing or not. Even our friends actually know it.
Okay. So Soren said, Jay, I know about FA, but I also know about Philippine chess for it illegal or illegal. It's not always something happened about it. Okay.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
ara here. Dave Lanan, wow, ako pod kabalo na magbisaya abot nako dire tulo og tunga ka tuig.
Kabaw na ko mo Bisaya. Dayon, abot na ko direg tulo ka tuig.
Yes.
There are some a little bit of issue Texas, but yeah, you're already like you're really fluent, Bobby already. I know.
All
Okay,
right.
next is read my Bisayas, but let be in the law and critic. Okay, but let it be clear on this. Okay, but let it be. The law is clear on this, said
Okay.
Saren. Okay, BJ said, don't be shy on the live. He's
I'm
always
not sure.
shy. He's shy actually. The
No, I'm
one that
not.
always be I'm the one that is always straightforward when it comes to talking and I don't really do second thoughts. If what I think is right, I would directly tell it right away. So I don't really care. Yeah, at least I'm honest, guys. Okay.
Yes. Online is the
Online,
dumb way to
dumb
go.
way to go. Yeah, true. That's true, Joseph. Again, we're always telling you guys if you want to see the love of your life, the girl of your dreams, come here in the Philippines. Right, Fred?
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Ismi. So
Read.
Read it.
I'm reading, Texas. I'm already reading.
Okay, if you the event consists of social dinners and guided tours, probably illegal. If all parties understand that there are no guarantees. So
Yes, that's what Fred said. There's no guarantee that you would have a partner there. Again, it's not a matchmaking. There are already hotels that are provided, flights that are provided.
No,
What
I
else?
don't think
No,
so.
not
A
flights.
flight.
Not the
No,
flights,
not flights. Not flights. Hotels are provided. Um,
meals, transportation.
Meals, transportation, and in the event, just to be clear, guys, you would not see your partner there. You'll be just, having conversations with Filipinas. Okay? If I got that right, Fred, just correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just
Generally,
listening.
generally that's correct. So that there are no implied promises from the beginning here. So this is again just a vehicle or a way for people to meet.
Mhm.
Wow. Next is doesn't change the law, Jay. Yeah, we have a debate here. Sarin
Jay
and
and
Jay.
Sorry.
I really love I really love people that are done their research because we don't do research sometimes. So it gives that
Especially these days, we don't have like internet connection and all that. So
yeah. So thank you so much guys for doing your research, especially to Jay and Sarin. BJ said you better not be bluffing as me. No, I'm not bluffing. You can ask our friends, our gay friends. Yeah, they seen it in actual and real life. So they seen it. So I'm not bluffing, guys. You could just ask them if you want. Okay. The light said, Texas Tisoy is fluent in two languages. No, he's not fluent in two languages. He's fluent in more than two languages.
Texas,
Um,
so ayo na diha in the states karon.
okay, Mayu Nadiha. Okay. In case anyone is wondering, Roger has klong loose. Klong? What? How you pronounce that? I
Where's that? Where
pronounce
is
that,
that?
guy.
Slong,
Slong.
Slong.
Ah.
slong.
Okay. I
I
already
think
know it. Let's
ah,
just not. Yeah, schlong. Sorry, schlong. Yeah, of course. He's a man. He's not a gay. So, yeah. Okay. Next is Robert. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Robert. You're always generous.
Thank
Okay.
you so much, Robert, for the super chat. So, what are all of your thoughts on the recent Filipina who disregarded the quarantine and brag about in social media and infected several others there in the Philippines? Okay. Any thought, Fred?
yeah, I think that person wound up here in Bacolod in the end.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard
That's the
that.
same story. Yeah, started out in I think in Miami, and
Hmm.
work wound up in Manila, and then I think if that's the same case, the person ended up here in Bacolod. But I think the issue was when they were in Manila, if I'm thinking of the same story. And I think a hotel was lax in their protocols and allowed the person to go out when they were still supposed to be quarantined.
Hmm.
And then the
Yes.
person went to a social gathering, a party, and things got complicated from there because maybe the person spread unknowingly spread the virus.
The virus. Okay.
So a lot of the heat and a lot of the attention went back to that hotel for allowing her to leave and violate the protocols.
Yes. I would say we just need to follow the protocols once you arrive here and once the Philippines is already open. Because guys, it's for safety. Because if you're not infected, you can be infected. Again, you just need to follow the rules once you get here in the Philippines. Okay, don't
Yes.
Don't follow YouTubers that brags around that they didn't do quarantine or something, because that's really a mistake. It's a mistake for your safety, and it's a mistake also to um, roam around anywhere. And of course, we don't know you have the virus or the infection or not. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's for all of us, it's for safety. Okay?
All right.
Okay, next is, I already see this. Texas Tisoy said Espanol, he can speak Spanish, English, Bisaya, Tagalog. Wow, you're fluent in Tagalog too. Okay, that's amazing, Texas.
Good to hear.
Good to know. You could just teach me Tagalog. I'm not really fluent in Tagalog, but I could speak a little bit.
Okay, Soren, there are a lot of people, agencies, foreign bloggers, and etc. doing or living illegally in the Philippines until that is presented as illegal. The sunshine dumps the law. Well, you know,
Mm,
there are like people, who violated the law. But again, we should like, as much as we could, we should obey the law.
yeah, please do. Again, Texas Tisoy, the light said congrats. Texas Tisoy, she is buddy bad girl, half breed Robert. Ah, baddie. Okay.
Oh,
See, guys, that's what we actually told you. There is a like sudden down of the
or interruption.
electricity. Yeah, interruption. That's what we are talking about. So it really affects us work. It affects everything. Our even our like even our TV, our refrigerator, everything is affected. So that's why we're really depressed right now.
Yeah, because the,
Yes.
the the electricity keeps in like on and off, so that's the problem. But anyway, um, he said read the law. So here, RA 6955 outlawed mail order bride services in the Philippines, banning the practice of matchmaking, specifically Filipino women, for marriage to foreign nationals using mail. I think this is the
Okay.
current law. I do not know.
Um again, when it comes to doing this, I think Fred would definitely try. He already did some research, and I don't know if he knows it, but again, it's not matchmaking, guys. It's
No,
not
no.
matchmaking.
This is again, this is subject to interpretation. As we again, this is a debate that could go on and on, but it's really subject to interpretation. So from my communications and my understanding, it is legal.
Okay. And again, it's up to you guys if you want to sign in or not. That's really up to you. We're not actually pressuring you guys. We're not telling you to sign in. No, we're not. It's up to you. You have the freedom to choose.
Yeah.
Okay, next is Sarin. Advertisement, publication, printing, or distribution of brochures,
Brochures,
flyers,
flyers.
and other propaganda materials. Next is CNUICU. I cannot pronounce. Republic Act number 6955 says matchmaking services are illegal in the Philippines. Yes, it's illegal, but Fred said it's not matchmaking. Again.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not paying money, guys. You're not paying money to just meet somebody. If that is a broad context of matchmaking, that's not what we're about.
Okay. Texas Sisoy said, Oy, wa ko kabalo. Naa ako diri sa Davao.
Okay. Isn't this about freedom? Freedom of choice, not getting the legality angle. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
right, Chris. Again, that's right, Chris. This is about freedom. Freedom to speech, freedom to share your thoughts. Okay.
Right. So she should be punished
Punish for the vlogger that
Oh,
for
the
didn't
violence.
violent
obey the, yeah, for the
protocols.
blog, yeah, the protocol. So she
Hmm.
should
Okay,
be
for
punished.
violence.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
So 2003 Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act, Republic Act 9208. Okay.
We're not trafficking anything. Okay. Sorry, and my last comment on the topic. It's a play on words and no guarantee clause. Holds more weight than your opinion on the law, even though we see it differently. Jay said. Ah, I really like people that debates. Okay. Okay,
Okay, I had
next.
a mail order bride from the Philippines once. You wouldn't believe how mad she was when she arrived, and it finally let her out of the box. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay, fine with me, Jay. Okay, Robert said, uh, thank you for the
Right.
super chat again, Robert. Uh, I'm just speechless and how generous you are and very helpful. Um, Jay
So,
too. Uh,
per the news, she never went to the quarantine hotel and went straight to her condo. She bragged out about having connections and even had a massage, rather,
Massage.
person come and give her a massage. It's been a news over there. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I mean,
Um,
for sure, Fred knows about it.
how crazy is that, guys? I mean, even if you violated the protocols, but then to be so brash and so bold to go on social media and brag about it, and of course it's going to come back at you.
yes, that's true. Really true.
I don't get that, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we can't rewind what happened, but please do have in mind, don't do what she done, sorry, what she done, because all countries has safety protocols. That's the reason why it's called safety protocols. It gives you that safety and it gives that safety to the people that are living there. Okay, guys? So please don't take her example. Next is Jay. Hi, thank you for the super chat, Jay. We are always thankful that you always support us, even though that we're not that really good when it comes to live. But yeah, you always try to support us. Again, Roger put a ring on her. She has your back and builds you up. Great catch. Thank you so much, Jay. And again, I don't really pressure him in terms of the ring. He has his time.
We're just, accumulating or saving money for it, and we have to prioritize things as well. So
Yes.
hopefully soon and in the future we can arrange it.
Yes. Someday. Next is Richard. I'm new. Welcome, Richard.
Thank you so
Can
much,
you
Richard.
welcome him, Fred?
Welcome, Richard.
Thank you so much. All right. So, Texas Tisoy said Robert, because she is connected Robert down low under table, if you know what I mean. We do not know, right?
The
We never know,
vlogger.
Fred.
The vlogger.
Maybe he has a connection or something. I do not know.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe she's bluffing or maybe she's telling the truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Okay.
gray area.
Yes. Next, Jay said, yes, it is a play on the lost wording. Yeah. Okay.
All right. The light. Fred, what is the biggest difference in the Philippines from the US? Okay, that's a good question.
That's a good question. The light, for me, after being here more than 10 years, it's just some of the modern conveniences. So if you're not, again, if you're not used to that, you have to get used to it. That occasionally there are going to be problems with electric here, brownouts.
Hmm.
You sometimes you're not going to always have um, steady water flow or
Correct.
clean water. Sometimes your internet connection is going to go down. It's going to be unstable. Um, you have to get used to waiting. So sometimes long lines are sometimes unfortunately a common thing here,
Yeah,
guys.
that's a
So
common thing here in the Philippines.
when you want to go to the bank, it's much different from, let's say, in America, where usually no one in America is at the bank. You can just go in the bank and it's a ghost town, and you go straight to the teller and do your business. But here in the Philippines, totally different, and sometimes you can get caught up waiting quite a long time at banks.
Correct. That's
Sometimes
true.
sometimes it can be difficult to find an ATM working ATM machine. Um, I've had that experience when it's a holiday and maybe there's a mad dash for cash, and people I've been trying to run around Bacolod looking for a working ATM machine on numerous occasions, guys. Just so little things like that, guys, is for me some of the differences that you have to get used to if you're going to be living here permanently. So it's a much different experience if you come here just on a vacation and you stay for a couple of weeks, you stay for a month. You don't really get to observe that. But staying here permanently, that's a totally different story.
Okay. All
That's
right. Thank
true.
you so much for that. For sure, you can really distinguish the difference because you've been living in the United States for how many years, and now you're in the Philippines. So,
Right.
yeah, there's
So
like a huge or big difference.
right, for a lot of Americans, these little conveniences mean the world. So it's again an adjustment period.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Um,
Next
DJ
is
said,
if what Esme said is true, Roger won't need to put a ring on it. Esme has the price of the Philippines. um, I would say I'm lucky. Yes, I'm really lucky for to have Roger as my partner. It's not about his thing. It's about his personality. It's the reason why I'm lucky. Yes. So
wow,
next is
thank you.
Kevin. It's very simple. It's just like going to a nightclub. It's just a meet and greet. Yeah, again, it's like that. That's the reason why Fred said it's not illegal because he's not promising anything. It's like meeting other people, like a gathering, right, Fred?
Exactly. And like I said, paying you're not paying money to just meet someone. So
Okay.
again, that's one of the main I think points here.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, there,
So
Fred. So FFS matchmaking isn't included in the wording of the event. Lol, again, it's a play on words.
you're very smart, Jay. Okay.
All right.
Co-
So
Dave said, Dave Lenihan said, Corona has me stuck in the States. Everybody's stuck in the States, especially people that wants to go to the Philippines.
Yeah, yeah. For now, yeah.
for now, yeah, for now. But okay. So yes, Roger is lucky, and so is me. Right. All right. So does the Philippine allowed and recognize online marriage from the U.S.?
I don't
Online
know.
marriage? No.
I don't think so, because it's not.
it's
Legal, not legal
illegal.
because it's not documented.
Yeah.
It's just
And
like a
It's not,
wording.
it's just
yeah.
a wording. You need to have
And
proper paper documents.
and really more simply, why would anyone want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because basically, when it comes to legality of your relationship, if you're married, you need to have the proper documents, the proper papers for it. Everything would need to be in a procedure, they say.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, would you want to really make such a big step, make such a big commitment into your life from distance?
Hmm.
Yes,
I
it's
don't think
true.
so.
And marriage is a huge and responsible step that you need to like think about it. An
So maybe
online marriage is
just like
not
an
really that
agreement,
good.
right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just an agreement. It's like a wording only.
Between you and your girlfriend. So if your girlfriend asks you to like do online marriage, so it's your choice if you would say yes or not. But it's like we would say it's totally like illegal. It's not properly documented.
I foresay that it's a red flag already. For me. It's for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a red flag already.
Yeah.
So if she is really into you or serious, she would request that you should come here and let's get married here.
Right. Right. Call. I mean, I would believe that. I mean, if you call me old fashioned, but I would always imagine when you get married that the person should be right next to you in
Yes,
person and not doing it online. So
That's true.
correct. Okay, so Chris sounds like the Italian guy who bragged about walking around a market while showing symptoms. Guess what? He's dead. Oh, wow.
Really?
You know
I
what?
didn't know that.
We do not know what would be their intentions, why they do that, but um, they should think not just for himself or herself, but we should think also the people surrounds us, right? About the country as well.
exactly.
Okay. All right, just that's already done. Just they says this, so he said, but I don't mind waiting. I'm here, so what's hurry? Okay.
Okay, next. Yes, can this have happened? Not sure about the paperwork on this.
Mhm.
Okay, when it comes to online marriage, guys, I guess I don't know if you know the procedures in the Philippines, but when it comes to marrying a specific person, if it's legal, you have documents to prove that your marriage is legal. And there is an attorney or like a paperwork for it. It's signed by the barangay captain, as Texas Tisoy said. It's written in fine paperwork and signed by the barangay captain, and it's filed, and
Mhm.
that's legal. That's what you say is legal because you can say it in fine print. But if there's no fine print, there's no paperworks,
All
I
right.
cannot say it's legal. That's my way of understanding when it comes to marriage. Because when we tried to get married to Roger, when we tried to process our marriage before, we had a serious procedure of paperworks.
Yes, we tried actually like way back 2018, right? Or
Yeah.
2017. We tried the process. We undergo like seminar. We get Cinemar and all that stuff. But we talked. I and Ismet, we talk about it. If this would be like the perfect plan for us right now, and well, we decide not to get married Now,
Yep. Yeah.
so we will wait until or the perfect time for it, because during that time, that's why we process our marriage before, because we being pressured by people surrounds us.
Yeah, we were pressured by my parents, we were pressured by everyone. But for
Yes.
the parents of Roger, they said that whenever you're ready, they said. They were so understanding.
Yeah,
And
that's
they
why you
don't
really
pressure
think
us.
about it and talk
Yes.
about it.
I
If
guess Fred
this
knows
would
the
be a perfect time.
procedure. You're married, Fred, right?
No, I'm not.
Ah, you're not married. Okay.
Yeah.
You're single. Same as us. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
next, I'm trying to figure out how to get there from my daughter's birth in early March. I do not know if you can get the parental visa. Yes.
Since he already has the woman pregnant, that she's pregnant already, I guess he can process a parental visa once his daughter would be born. If it's under his surname, maybe. But I'm not sure. You could try to search that out.
Okay. So Joseph said that scares me too. If I hate long lines. Okay. Yeah, that's common here in the Philippines, Joseph.
I hate long lines too,
Yeah.
especially for me because I have weak knees. Okay, next is the light. I have two mentality. Prepare for that. When there is four people ahead of me in the bank, I get irritated. Lul. Uh, that's the reason why most Filipinos are patient because in the Philippines you always lined up for everything that you do. Right, Fred?
You are right. You are right. So again, the patience thing is what I talk about often. You have to have plenty of patience
Yes.
with regard to living here.
True.
Okay. So the light said Fred is very, or every place is like a long wait in the DMV here in the US.
Yeah, basically that's true. The DMV is the Department of Motor Vehicles, by
Oh,
the
okay.
way. So like LTO here.
LTO.
Um, yeah. So I remember when I lived in California, and I would in Glendale, and I would go to the. I'd have to occasionally go to the DMV, and there'd be a long line of people for things. And I don't know if it's according to what the light says. Maybe it's still the same, judging from his statement. Maybe
I
the
think
long line. Yeah,
I'm imagining SSS line. I
yeah,
think.
SSS.
Yes, SS
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
very long.
The only thing that could help us eventually is if a lot of these processes become we're able to do online.
Yes, it's true. But you know
Ultimately,
what? SSS needs to you need to go online. They need to see you physically, you know.
right, right,
Yeah, for security purposes.
right.
Okay.
Next is Chris. Can backward travel need only to produce your marriage license, and you can get a visa of staying more than the uh, requisite
Requisite
30
days.
days. What country are you from?
Okay.
Yes, you are right, Chris. But so far for the coronavirus protocol, only green cards. I forgot the rules and restriction about that. Again,
Green lane
green
country
lane, yeah, green lane countries can, um,
allowed
can
to
come
enter here in the
here.
Philippines.
Yeah, and it would be easy if you have a, if you can, if you're married to a Filipina or you have uh a daughter or a child here. It's easy that way. But again, it needs to have a document that that's your child, that's your daughter, that's your son. It needs to have that legality for you.
Yeah. So as long as you have the documents and all that, no problem. As long as you are in a green lane, that'll be Good. Okay. So Ken's from the US. Okay, thank you. Roger, what is your favorite thing about Ismi? Actually, all but the most is her butt and boobs.
What? Not physically. Can you just go with personal? Like
Oh,
attitude?
about attitude, not only physical, but her attitude. She's really like straightforward person. So that's what I like, and also right now I'm very proud of her because even though he is very like stressed, but she always like gives time to us, especially to our daughter. So that's a good thing.
Thank you.
Wife material.
Really? I don't really do cooking all the time. He does the
that's
cooking.
that's fine because I can do it.
Okay, next is can we live in Colombia? Chris said yes, they do. Jay said the Philippines is one of the few countries that still considered adultery and concubinage
Cubinage.
as a criminal offenses. Adultery and concubinage are crimes against chastity under the revised penal code. Yes, we actually explained that in our previous vlog. We have a vlog for it.
Yes, you can check that out, guys. So why is she carrying my child? Oh,
Why?
okay.
She is carrying my child. Yes, she is carrying your child, but once you can actually file a what you call that parental visa if the child is already under your name and it needs to they would try to check the DNA if it is really your child. That's how stressful the Philippines is.
You know the process here in the Philippines. All right. So not
Not documented.
documented by barangay captain. Okay,
Lol.
I'll allow you both. Okay. So hello and welcome to Wonder of the Wasteland. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. We're very happy that you are here. Thank you. Right.
Okay. And next is we trying
Right.
to figure out what for me to get the Philippines. It is recognized. What recognize?
All right. So
Okay.
Yuri ill dad, send me Pinay woman. I have 3 bags of rice and 12 eggs.
Okay. If we could try to we cannot send any Pinay woman there. If you just give them 3 bags of rice. You should come here. Come here in the Philippines once the borders are open.
By the
Ask
way, Fred,
yeah.
I never asked this. Have you like worked in the United States before? Like,
Yes,
uh, okay,
I have. But yeah,
all
I
right.
worked there for more than 25 years.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so quite a long time. I have a background in operations management and business consulting,
Wow.
and also negotiation.
Oh, that's a good experience, though. So, if you'll be given a chance to work in the United States again, would you go there?
Uh, at this point in my life, I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm not
I
sure.
see.
Maybe if the right opportunity came along, and because I have two small children now, if I did go back, then certainly I'd start to consider working again in the U.S.
Okay, I see. All right. So I can see that you are like enjoying here in the Philippines or in Bacolod specifically.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
So I think for a lot of a lot of when you speak with a lot of expats or a lot of foreigners,
Mm-hmm.
um, a lot of the advantages of coming here to live in the Philippines, probably the first thing a lot of guys would say is the low cost of living.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever money that they have, they're their salary or their pension, social security. If they're going to be living on that, then usually here in the Philippines, that in many cases that's more than enough to live on.
Hmm.
So I think number one is the low cost of living. Um,
Yes.
and then maybe if you also factor in the warm weather that we have here, um, so that's a major plus for a lot of people. The
Yeah.
sunshine and the of course the tropical environment that we're in, um, not really having a traditional winter. So those two things are major.
Yes. Right. And
True.
because a lot of youngers also or tryouts, they want to also settle down here in the Philippines. So um I think this is like they would say it's a life changing, right? If they would settle down here in the Philippines, I would say that's really perfect for them because, like what you said earlier, and what we said also all the time, that the cost of living is very low compared in the United States.
Right. So if you have those are I think the major advantages. The low cost of living, usually the warmer weather that we have here,
Mhm.
and again probably the lifestyle.
The lifestyle, yes.
As we grow older, we maybe we start to appreciate living in a slower paced environment. Um,
Yes,
and if you have a great partner by your side, it
true. That
it makes all the difference in the world.
you're right. That
Yes.
someone willing to taking care of you for the entire of your life, right? Pinays are always there, or Pinays or Filipino women are like willing to care and be the rest, and stay
Right,
with you forever.
right. So, but again, as I mentioned before, one major point could be is whether or not you're going to live here in the Philippines uh, long term, or if you're going to be going back to your country. So that's again, that's also something to think about,
True.
especially in terms of for your partner. So for the Filipina, that's something you have to think about.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Next is I'm new with you all, but I need to say something about the size of the banana, just like shooting billiards
Billiards.
with the pool stick. It's that's pushing the pool stick and not the pool stick. Okay. I think we need to have a part two with the banana thing, and we need to ask for Filipinos if they want big, average, or small. So we'll be doing that, guys, later on after the live. Okay,
Okay,
next. I
since I just want to be there from my childbirth, and she is alone, there it's not fair to keep me out. Well, yeah, hopefully we're just hoping that you can um, visit your family or your child birth or child's birth, hopefully, and
mhm.
because as a kid or child also, we need like a father, or they need a
Yeah,
father.
of course. Of course, the woman or the mother needs support too. She needs you. Of course, we understand that. I've been through childbirth, and it's so tough without seeing anyone there. It's true. But I hope and I pray for you that you could process and you can come here in the Philippines, because what we know, if you file a parental visa, you need to have the the child needs to be under your name, um, to make sure that the child is uh like yours. The DNA, the blood sample needs to be there too, as far as we know. So
Yes.
you can try to process, Ken, but we're just praying that you can come here to see your daughter. So next is the light. It's what people with the no no. Texas Tisoy said you need Capitan, Porok, Sidula, NBI, all that. Right. You need to have a file for the captain or the captain, the barangay captain here. The Sidula and the NBI, National Bureau. Yeah. Um, you you thinking on getting married in the Philippines, but this is in the U.S. Okay. The light said, Ken travels in the case you should get counsel from a professional. Seems important to be there for your childbirth. Yes. You need to have a counsel, Ken. You really need to. Because this is important. Okay. Jay said, Roger and asked me, where is the PayPal link? It's in the below, the description below. You're in mute. Hello?
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're in.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Jay, it's in the description. You can check that out. There's a PayPal account there.
Okay, so
Okay.
the Armstrong family. Have you heard this, Fred? The Armstrong family. They're a great YouTuber as well.
No, I'll have to check that one out.
Okay, you can check that out.
Armstrong family. I'll remember.
Yeah, yeah. So yes, I am in the U.S. or and I had to fly. I had to fly back for um,
Emergency surgery.
emergency surgery. She went back to the Philippines. We didn't think I wouldn't be able to get in there since she was pregnant.
Um, Sorry to hear that, Ken. We really sincerely are like we really want you to come here for her birth. She needs you. So I hope that everything would be okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
JH said only after birth and testing to prove paternity. Yes.
Next is Jay. That's what I told, but would love to be there for the birth. Yes. Who would not be like happy to see their child like born in this world, right? So next is can you should contact the Philippines consulate to try and get answers. Okay, next.
Most Americans have no patience.
What do you
Exactly.
think about that, Ken? Not Ken, Fred, sorry.
I would agree.
Yeah, based on
I
your
would,
experience in the United States.
based on my experience, yes, but again, it's because of all of the technology that we have
Hmm.
in the US, I should say. So you kind of get used to things being there in an instant.
Okay.
So there's no waiting. So that's again a big difference when you come here.
Okay. So I
True.
think Filipino would, let's say, for example, if I and SB would visit United States, we are like
Uh-huh.
overwhelmed about that, thing, right?
Oh yeah,
Because
when you
it's
guys
a
go to
headache
the
here in the Philippines.
you you wouldn't think about a lot of the things that we think about now.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
next.
we could say in US, things are very convenient, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Efficient.
But
Yeah.
things are very convenient and
Fast.
fast, and you don't really have to wait.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So,
That's nice. Next,
with some
Texas to say.
exceptions. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's okay, it's okay. Next is Texas to Soy said, man asked me we had big ass lines in military, so I don't care about lines. Okay. I think Texas has the patience.
Okay, so there
Okay.
will be a good, advice. So Ken's back road travels. That child is a U.S. citizen. To contact U.S. State Department, you can get there. So yeah, you can, you know,
Try to process that.
do yeah, you can do that. Do some research. What's the best thing that you can visit here in the
Try.
Philippines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Next
Okay. So
is
friends, pre-show, Junior. Okay. Thank you so much for this super chat. Hello guys, how are you all doing? How's the nightlife is in San Carlos? Okay. Speaking of, yeah, we're good. We're doing good here now. Going back to normal, but just said um, the electricity internet connection is unstable. So, but okay. Speaking of nightlife here in San Carlos, so we would say it's like boring because around 8 or 9 p.m.
even
in,
6.
yeah, even 6 or 7 in the plaza or in public places, it's very quiet. So not unlike Bacolod for sure, Fred.
Exactly. So
Sorry.
Bacolod is a little bit larger. So I think there are a few more spots here
That you can
that
do
are.
nightlife.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And San Carlos is pretty simple here. If you're the type of person that settles down in a like quiet area with a simple life, that is San Carlos.
yeah.
Yeah. So we
But
prefer
Yes,
that way because it's relaxing.
yeah, San Carlos is a beautiful city. I've been there many times in the
yes,
past, and again, for many people, it's a great place to call home, even
yes.
for many foreigners as well.
Yes, that is why Fred, we decided, I and Esme decided to settle down here, because the life is so simple, not that expensive compared to Cebu or Manila. Yeah, the life here is really great and no traffic, and that's what I like. Even though there's like long lines to wait, but yeah, still we can manage it.
Yep. So I think you guys have a very nice location that you picked out. Is that your hometown,
Yeah, it's my
Roger? Yeah,
hometown.
yeah,
It's my hometown.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the reason why he knows everyone here and I don't. That's the reason
Oh,
why I'm just staying in the house.
what
I don't really
what I
go
think a
out.
lot of people know you now is,
Ah, no. In Cebu, yes. In here, no.
and I mean through your channel. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Roger, yes. But for me, no. I don't think so that they know me.
Oh, I
No,
think they do, of course.
yeah, because we are like really rare or seldom to go out, especially the COVID starts, so we seldom like really like go to mall and or parks and all that.
And
So
most of our Filipino audience, our subscribers, are anywhere around, like in Manila, everywhere. It's not only in San Carlos. Yes.
yeah,
We wish that like people in San Carlos would support us too. We really wish.
Oh,
Okay.
it won't be long
Thank
yeah,
you.
before you guys get that. I'm sure.
Praying. Praying. Okay, next is Ken. We have the doctor visit and tests from Colombia. Ah, okay, that's good. So he already has the DNA tests, but I don't know if what's the process of the, like, for the surname, the last name of the baby, because she needs to have your surname. But you can find other ways, Ken. Again, there are other ways that you could come here.
yes. So
Yes.
maybe to contact someone, um, and negotiate or something and ask, if possible to visit here in the Philippines.
Yes. Lived in the California for 30 years, make an appointment online. Yes.
Yeah,
Make an appointment online for legal actions.
yeah. And from now on, you're right. So you have to wait until your child is born. So, and then process all the requirements or the things that would be really important. Okay.
Okay. Jay said Roger was super honest. He is honest when it comes to physical. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Richard said, I've been going to the Philippines for a long time. Patient and lines get used to it. Don't expect anyone to be on time. Yeah, that's what we call Filipino time.
We have different time, Filipino time.
How did you get to understand that, Fred? Have you
Oh,
ever? Yeah.
that's something I knew from all of my visits here. But guys, I have a funny story to share with you on that. One time I had an appointment with somebody and it was sort of a business appointment, and this was probably about 5 years ago, well before COVID. And I was thinking in my mind, I said, well, why don't I get to the location early? I think it was supposed to be some kind of, actually, it was a seminar. And I was thinking, well, why don't I get to the location early? And that way I can have some time ahead of the seminar to talk with the speaker.
Mhm.
And that's usually, of course, very, very common, to something very common to do back in the States. Is if you'll get there early, and if it's a seminar or a meeting, you'll have a little bit of time before the meeting to chit chat and to relax. So that's what I did. I went to the meeting about at least 15 minutes before, and I was thinking, okay, maybe by doing that I'll have this chance. But as it turned out, the person who was giving the seminar probably was about 20 minutes late. And when the person came in, they were with about five or six of the other people who would be at the meeting. So it turned out, since all of them were late, they all had the opportunity to bond before the meeting, but not me. So it's sort of ironic, right? Because you're thinking, well, I'll get there early, and I can have this chance. But as it turned out, it was the opposite scenario that happened.
Mhm.
And I was just sort of laughing to myself. But that was sort of a lesson I learned along the way, and so I wanted to share that with you guys.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that, kind of experience, Fred.
Okay, next. Texas Tisoy said, sounds like Ken needs to contact government body in the Philippines to get answers. He can also try to ask the Department of State. That would be easy for him. And the of State would try to contact the government here in the Philippines. That would be
Yeah.
easy. Yeah. Cause contacting the government in the Philippines is it would take time. So might as well go directly to the Department of the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah, the for sure. I think the embassy could uh, help or answer your questions as well.
Yes. Try to
So
sort a lot of things, Fred. Ken, sorry, Ken, because this is really important. It's just one in a lifetime that you see or support your partner in taking or like giving birth, and it's a difficult situation all the time. Okay, next is Fred. The light asks you a question. Hey, Fred, why are you not married to your partner? Hmm.
Yeah, that's a complicated question, guys. To kind of a short answer.
all right, so yeah, it's up to you if you want to answer or not. So it's a
That might,
private
yeah.
thing as well.
Yeah, well, just as a matter of it's not really a privacy issue for me, but just, again, that's, I think, that's every couple's decision.
Yes, like us before.
Right.
You know, we tried to, but it's still a decision to make. You know, why you are married or not. Yeah, it's still like between you and your partner.
Right.
Okay.
True. Okay.
All right. This just
Okay.
hit me on FB credit hand. Okay. So who's this?
Hunks,
Hence
my
my name.
name. Okay, hunks. Not all Americans are impatient. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not actually telling all of you. Or just, some of
Yeah.
Americans are impatient.
Yeah.
Okay? Just to be clear.
Yes,
Jay
not all. We're not
said
saying all.
Jay said army strong. Okay. Time is money in the USA. Unfortunately, I even heard women say that to to her son in a grocery store once. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the reason why most foreigners are very efficient. Because for them, time is gold.
Yeah, time is gold.
Right.
You value time, right? Time is money. Time is money.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
what about here in the Philippines, Fred? Is it time is money in the Philippines?
Time to
It,
relax.
yeah. Well, I would agree that time is money. Sure.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a case of trying to plan our day a little bit more smartly,
Yes.
to avoid certain scenarios where you'd spend more of your time waiting in a long line, for example.
Yes.
Okay, that's right. That's true. That's a good example and a good answer, Fred. But I would say typical Filipinos would say time is relax. If you have
Oh,
time, relax.
yeah, yeah, certainly, because this is a great place to relax, and the weather and the environment, it sort of leads to that.
No, but most Filipinos are just like couch potatoes.
Uh-huh.
We basically have a work time, a relaxing time, a fun time. Like all of us has different, personalities. And that's the
Right.
reason why Philippines is a good country to, stay here, live here. That's the reason why, because most of Filipinos are not stressing you out.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good word you mentioned. It's about stress. So in many cases, the Philippines provides more of that stress-free environment, and you're not running day to day all over the place, and you're so stressed out about your job, and um, it's certainly, it could be quite different for many people who are used to that life back in the States.
True. Okay, next is Ken. Sorry, Ken, I thought that it was like a DNA test. So, no, not a DNA test, a pregnancy test. The doctor she was seeing in Colombia. Ah, okay. So, I don't know. Like, again, Ken, there are other ways. It's not only a paternity visa. There are ways that you could try to come here in the Philippines. Again, okay? But a paternity visa would give you that luxury of, efficiency to come here in the Philippines. They say. You're on mute.
Sorry, because Haley's crying a while ago, so that's why. Okay, so yeah, Ken, you know what? Um, you can process all the requirements after the child's born. So yeah, you can have that, and maybe We can also ask Robbie about what
The
are those
procedure.
yeah the process of the parental visa, because he's already here in the Philippines or in Cebu. So
Yes.
we could
And
also
at the same time, too, the husband of Roger's sister is also here, and because of the parental visa too, right?
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Cool.
I think I are you looking at the live, Fred? Because
Yeah,
my
I
my
started. Oh,
yeah,
Yeah,
let
you
me
can
my
unmute that.
voice, yeah,
excuse me.
my voice is actually bouncing.
I stopped it.
All right, thank you, thank you.
Excuse me.
Okay. Okay, and next is Chris said it's
Intuitive.
intuitive for a country that claims to value family. Won't makes it so difficult for a father to be in the country for the birth of his child. Um, Chris, when it comes to, yeah, we value family, of course, but because of safety protocols, that's the reason why they're really strict right now. Because without COVID, you can easily come here in the Philippines, if without COVID, right?
Hmm. Correct. That's right. So that's why the we can also say that the rules and restrictions is like a headache, is or very stressful, but we don't have a choice but it's like to follow, right?
Yeah, follow the rules, because it's a safety protocol in the Philippines. We if we can teleport you, we could teleport Ken here. We would easily teleport Ken here so that he could see his wife. Like
Okay.
giving giving birth to a child in the world is really a precious moment. So, yeah, if we can try to do so, we would have the magic power to do so. It's like that. Okay.
Okay.
Next is Esme, an idea for your next video. When you ask Filipinas about what size they prefer, have a ruler with you so they can show exactly. Really? It's really awkward, but yeah, I could try. I have like three rulers to be exact, because I like painting and sketching, and I always carry it with me, especially if I go out, because maybe I can try to sketch someone or something. Yeah. Next
Or
is,
maybe you can ask by inches though.
yeah, I
They
can
could
easily
really.
ask inches. Yeah, they could really imagine that. It's much better.
Yeah, sorry for that topic, Fred. That's
You
very
know,
Oh,
private.
no problem at all.
it's really censored.
It's a
Okay.
great topic for to generate a lot of buzz. Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
thank you so much for the super chat, friends. And come to visit Calvin when the Philippines is reopened for tourism. How far you guys live from Calvin, and where would you guys suggest for me to go in San Carlos? So yeah, we're very close to Calvin. So just like we can even walk to going to their house.
Their house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really close, and
Yeah. Come here and visit us. We would really cook for you. Like Roger
yeah,
can
like
cook for you.
yeah, we can do
Some Filipino
local
dishes.
food,
Yeah. And Fred can come here since he's just a bus away.
Yeah.
and we can also visit Bacolod, and Fred can tour us around there.
Yeah. Hey, let me know next time you guys are in town.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
That
It'll
would
be
be
great
nice.
to meet you guys in person, of
All
course.
right. Good to know. Okay, so yeah, you could stay in. We could also suggest here like beautiful place or hotel stay in San Carlos, which is in Maria Awani Hotel, which is in Center Mall, and in the mountain also there will be a great hotel or place that you could stay or visit. You can enjoy the nature. which is La Vista Highland Resort. You can go there.
Yes, definitely. And okay, next is Chris said, stress-free environment? Not in Manila. Manila is high stress. Just move around. Yikes. Okay. Again, we are doing a general comment about the Philippines. We're not actually looking for just one area. There are a lot of islands in the Philippines that you cannot get stressed about, especially for islands that are not in big cities. Right, Fred?
That's right. So that's sort of Manila. When we think of Metro Manila, that's sort of the exception in many cases, guys. But if you want to live outside of Manila, um, it could be very, very different in a positive way.
That's true. So don't just do one area. Try to visit, like not visit, try to search in every islands in the Philippines, and then you could realize that the Philippines is a stress-free country. That's the reason why most Filipinos, even though that they already experience a lot of catastrophes, they always smile. They always laugh. You could still see them smiling.
Right.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much for that. So next, all right, here. Yes, very stressed in the U.S. Companies are always trying to get more from workers with the same or less time. Okay, is it true, Fred?
Look, I would agree. Yeah. So, in the US, you're you're working. There's a lot of pressure on you when you're working. In most cases, so it can be different in many regards to the working culture here.
Mhm.
Um, that would be my own thought. Yes, and certainly that's why a lot of times Americans really value their free time, and they value the weekends. Sometimes you hear the expression to live for the weekend,
Okay.
True.
um, because of all of this pressure and all of the stress and a lot of deadlines and things like that that they have to meet when they're working.
All right.
So I would tend to agree. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Next. The light said, yeah, bring a ruler along as me, Lou. You know what, guys? When it comes to those types of topic, I'm the only one that is brave enough to do so. I'm the only one to ask questions. I'm the only one who shows and appears on the video. Why? Because Roger is so shy when it comes to interviewing
Yeah,
women.
honestly, guys, it's like awkward to ask them, like especially for girls. So for me, I'm too shy about that. So that's why I let Esme ask the question. But I would, yeah, I would try to do so.
If he tries, he will not. I hope and I pray that he would. Okay, funny
Okay.
stuff, rulers. Yeah, definitely bringing the ruler with me. Okay, I've been to the Philippines 5, 6 times, lost count. I love it there. I haven't seen my fiance in 2 years, planning an April trip. But if I can't get there, we'll meet in Thailand. Okay, okay, that's good. That's really good. I hope that you can visit other places here in the Philippines, and I hope that you can meet your fiance. Like, yeah, both of you take care in your trip. Okay. Chris, Colombia is visa free for Philippines? Filipinas?
Yes.
Ah, okay. I don't know. Oh my. Okay, so is visa free for Filipinas? Yes. You don't need a visa in Thailand. Next is Fred. Ask me ask a question others are thinking but too afraid to ask. Yeah. Don't be
Yes.
hesitant, guys. Ask questions. Okay.
You can
Can
ask
try this.
questions to Fred as well. Yeah.
Yeah. He's knowledgeable in US and of course in the Philippines. Rulo will eliminate any wishful thinking. Yes. It can give you that imagination as well. Okay.
Okay.
Rudy said, "Hi, Rudy. Morning. You're late."
Yeah. How are you doing, Rudy?
Okay.
The hero we need. Just your
Roger in
fans can
defense.
ask
He did.
women what size they like. Philippines might be too conservative for that. Yeah, maybe the girl will slap me or the girls.
Yeah, it's offensive actually for a guy to ask a woman directly. In the Philippines, you can't do that. You can't do that here. That's an offense right away, and they would run right away if you ask those types of question. And you're a guy, you can't do that here. That's the reason why Roger wants me to be the interviewer because I'm a woman.
Yes.
That, that even sounds awkward to ask. I mean, for
Yeah.
me, even in America,
Yeah,
that's kind of an awkward question.
yeah. Especially if you don't have the guts for it, you need to be
Because
brave to ask that.
we are very conservative. Not only men, but also mostly, or um, not only men, but also Filipinas, right?
Yes, that's true. So Fred, the light said, "Hey Fred, have you visited other countries in Asia?"
Yes, I have. Um, I've been to Japan, Korea, Hong Kong, mainland China,
Mm,
uh, to name a few. So,
okay.
yes.
Wow. So as we never like travel around or even here in Asia,
Oh,
but
not yet, but I'm sure you guys will in the future.
hopefully,
Yeah,
because we love to experience, love to
yeah,
experience. It's just that we don't have enough money, and because that would be really important, money and also
right,
time.
right,
True.
right. But
Okay.
hey, maybe especially when your daughter gets a little older, you could bring her to Hong Kong Disneyland.
Oh yeah, because it's easy to go there, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of my friends who have children, they tell me but well, certainly I think a little bit before before COVID, they would go to Hong Kong to Disneyland.
Yeah, that's one of our like dreams as well. Like we could visit together. We can go there together with my daughter or our daughter.
Right. So
Okay, so Ken's asked, where did you live, Fred, in the U.S.?
I'm originally born in and grew up in Brooklyn, New York. So
Mm,
you might not hear my accent is gone, guys. That
yeah.
traditional Brooklyn accent is gone. But originally from Brooklyn, New York, and
Ah,
after I finished my studies, I moved to Los Angeles, California.
how many
So
years that you stayed in Los Angeles? Again?
more than 17 years.
Oh yeah, 17 years. Okay,
More than
wow.
17 years in Glendale, California, which is very very close to the actual city of Los Angeles.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank you. So Texas Tisoy said, Fred, what is the total cost for all the accommodations you're providing to clients? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's something, guys. Again, just let me know if you're interested, and I can send you all of the
Infer
details. Yeah,
information that they need. Okay. That's
yeah.
good. Rudy, working just having lunch now, then we'll pick up my son. You're always busy, Rudy, and thank you so much for getting or giving us your time to visit our live. We always appreciate your comments.
Thank you so much, Rudy. And once again, Happy New Year, Rudy. And all of you guys, Happy New Year. Okay,
Okay.
so by the way, guys, we have to end like the live up until 12 because we have to prepare and eat lunch. So first of all, we'd like to say thank you guys for coming and joining to our live, especially to Fred as well. And any Fred, any things that you could add about if they are willing and interested to join or come, so you can say it again.
Yeah. Well, again, guys, I think you provided the link in the description, Roger, but
Mhm.
the website is meetyourfilipina.com.
Okay.
And if the guys want to go there, they could fill out we're still putting the finishing touches on it, but it is up. And they could fill out a contact form,
Okay.
and I could be happy to speak with them if they like. And I could send them more of the specifics on the event.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So for sure, your information or contact information is also there, right, on the link on the description, I guess.
Uh, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
If they fill out the contact form on the website, then I would have a way to get in touch with them.
Oh, okay, that's good. So, yeah, if you're just interested, but if you're not, that's fine. Also, we're not pressuring or pushing you to join. But Fred is just like for sure he has a good intention for you guys as well. So if you would come and join that event,
It's
so
up to you guys.
it's
It's
up to
really
you
up
guys.
to you. That's your
Okay.
decision. Okay?
Exactly. And just again, the main point again, we were just talking about a lot of things that the guys might encounter with online using online websites, online dating websites, and why
Okay.
it's better to ultimately just come here.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So yeah.
again, thank you so much, guys, for the new subscribers. Welcome to our YouTube, and I hope that you would support us in the next following vlogs. And thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your help. We really appreciate, and we are so overwhelmed about the views that we're receiving in our videos. Again, just comment down any advice for us, and we would really be gladly trying to improvise our work to for us to improve. We're open-minded, guys. Okay?
So yeah,
So
even though the internet connection is unstable, but we will do our best to find a way to upload videos every day as much as we could. So yeah, for you guys. All right. So anything to say, Fred, before we go?
That was pretty much it. But like again, I really wanted to thank you guys for having me on and for the opportunity. And certainly, I'll be certainly continuing to watch your channel and your future streams.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
okay, thank you so
great work.
much.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. You guys, and again, if you have some topics for us to discuss, we would love that. That's a good way for us to, not be stressful about what video should we upload, because it's also helping us, guys. Really, that means lot to us.
Okay.
So
So I think we should go now. And thank you so much for your time. And once again, Happy New Year to all. And
keep
stay safe.
safe. God bless.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye.
Fred.
Bye bye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.